Good morning from the unreal Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada. This park is so beautiful. This is not my first visit here, but every single time I am blown away. And this time I might actually get blown away because it is incredibly windy outside. So, goals for the day: explore the park a little bit, try to get in a short hike. We'll see what the wind is doing. It's pretty wild. However, in this video, I want to make sure that I give you a comprehensive tour of how I've converted this Mercedes SUV into a temporary car camper while it's on loan to me.
Feels like the first time, every moment I'm with you. You still catch my eye with every little thing you do. It's like a river wild, running as free as it can be.
It's so beautiful here, guys. Why did you just turn on? Are you idling? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, let's go wherever the wind blows. Fly away where only the stars go. There's no end in sight. Let's get lost in time. Let's go wherever the wind blows. Wherever the wind blows. Wherever the wind blows. Oh, when you're next to me, everything stands alone in time.
I'm starting out this morning on a trail called the Firewave, which is one of the sort of landmark trails here in this park. In fact, it's the trailhead that has the most vehicles parked at it already this morning. I've done this hike before. It's really cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's only a little over 3 miles with well under 500 feet of elevation gain. So pretty easy. I think the most technical aspect of this is just navigation. So I have my map downloaded on all trails because through desert landscapes like this, you're not necessarily going to have as well of a defined path, especially when we're moving over the sandstone, the slick rock. It could be a little ambiguous, so it's always a good idea to have a map downloaded.
It's like the morning light as it comes bursting through the trees. Oh, in the still of night, I can feel you next to me.
They have the viewpoints of interest here marked off by these rock piles with poles sticking out of them, so you can actually see like the photography points quite well, and it also helps keep you on trail even over the slick rock, which is great. I know this is a really popular destination for like casual tourists, and not necessarily just hikers because of its proximity to Las Vegas. looks like everyone's okay. I think everyone's okay. You guys, it just started raining. The windshield wipers turned on automatically. What? Wow. And the headlights. Wow. And I've always said you have to have your windshield wipers or your headlights on when your windshield wipers are on. The two should be linked. But most cars, it's not like that. This luxury automobile, I barely have to do anything. Like cruise control, the vehicle is adjusting the speed based on the car in front of me. Windshield wipers turn on. It gives me a gentle nudge if I start to go out of the lane. Oh, see, I'm accelerating because the car in front of me moved. All right, truth be told, it's actually been more than a week since I last picked up the camera. I had every intention to finish this vlog out by heading out to Kanab and entering the Wave lottery for this specific hike to the Wave out in Kanab, Utah. I just wanted to do it. I wanted to kind of be in an area for a little while, a place I was familiar with, because I was feeling kind of burnt out about all of the travel and all of the stress and all of the work I've been doing lately. And then there was a better idea. I should go visit my mom. So I drove to Southern California and I went and stayed at my mom's house for more than a week. So I actually haven't been sleeping in here, but I still wanted to give you a tour of how I have it set up because I did spend a week camping out of here and I feel confident that I have it set up in such a way that it really is covering all of the bases to have a very comfortable and sustainable time car camping out of a rig. And I set this up in just a matter of a few minutes. Of course, I already owned everything, but I just want to walk you through how I have it set up. Just a note that many of the things mentioned will be linked in the description down below. If you do choose to shop through those links, it does help support my channel at no additional cost to you, but all of the opinions in this video are my own. So I'm just genuinely sharing my real opinion with you like I would my friends, like I do my friends. And yeah, if you want to shop through those links, it helps support the channel. All right, first off, we're entering with an overview. We've got half of it dedicated to the bed. We've got some things stacked up behind the driver's seat here, making it really functional. And we're just going to go through one thing at a time. So one really big difference that I want to start with is that this vehicle has really nice seats. It is bigger than my Subaru Forester. It actually can accommodate, I think, a third row of seats, which is significantly bigger. But in my car, I use this footwell area to stack bins and it helps build out my platform, but it also is incredible storage. I do it on both sides, but you see here these more robust seats fold in and they really do occupy a lot of this space. I have a few things like shoes tucked in, but primarily that space is occupied. There's no way I could fit a bin. So we're going to come over here, and that's where this comes in. I actually stored my kitchen bin right here, so I usually have two of these in my Subaru Forester to build my platform. One is just sort of miscellaneous electronics and so forth, and then this one is dedicated to my kitchen. But I've put that here, and then this is my shower bag, gym bag here. Yeah, moving back to the back, I just have my typical tri-fold memory foam mattress. Here I always cover it with the sheet. I've got another light sheet here for when it's not cold and I'm trying to sleep, or I was able to use this as a window cover since I don't have window covers for this vehicle. The back is tinted really dark, the front is not tinted so dark, so I was able to drape this across this area here and really black out quite a lot. This is a regular bed pillow. This pillow here is actually full of some bulkier clothing items since it is getting cooler in some of the areas I visited. And I've got a duvet cover here with a down duvet inside, so I can really stay pretty warm in the temperatures that we're seeing so far this autumn. and just an overview from the other side. At the end of the bed, I always like to keep like a towel or another blanket that I don't sleep with. This is where, if I'm going to be setting things on the edge of the bed, cooking, whatever, throughout the day, I'll just use this and I don't sleep with this. It just feels a little bit more hygienic to me. So, another difference is that this vehicle lies completely flat when the seats are folded. The Subaru Forester does not do that. So in this case, the table that I typically use to level out the build in my Subaru Forester is not here because it would actually make this space unlevel. So I have lost some food prep space. I typically will pull out that table kind of a bit and have some food prep space. So yeah, temporarily I just used that cutting board there and I just move it right onto here and give myself kind of a more stable surface. This is my water tank. It's 2.5 gallons of water and it's running water. I love having running water. I was on the road for quite a while without running water, and this is just such a major upgrade that I didn't know I needed for a long time. But being able to completely and thoroughly wash my hands, like both hands at a time, keep my soap right here, um, by rubbing them together and lathering and all of that stuff makes a big difference. And you'll notice I don't have a sink below this, but what I can easily do, since this is magnetic on the bottom, is I can easily attach that to the side of the vehicle since this is metal and it magnetizes. So nice and easy for that. I also use this water for drinking, so I can just fill up my water bottle right in this area here. Behind here, you'll see one of my wipes containers. This is my dish wipe container, so I use this to wipe off my food dishes. And so that's kind of just been living here. I have my refrigerator by Iceco. This is the 45-liter refrigerator, and I love it. It also has a freezer inside, so it's dual compartment. I can choose whichever compartment I want. If I wanted this to be the freezer, this could be the freezer. If I wanted them both to be the refrigerator, they could both be the refrigerator. But yep, I have it set up so this one is the freezer. It's set at 15 degrees, and then this is the refrigerator, and I think it's set at 45, something like that. And right now I'm running that off of this Bluetti AC70. So I brought a couple of Bluettis with me, the smaller ones, because I work from the road and I work on my laptop. So a typical person could probably get away with just having one of these. And if you're just going to have one, I'm going to show you over here. I would recommend, of the two, get this one here. It's the Bluetti Elite 100 V2. This is my power horse. And it's fantastic. I have it plugged in with an AC light. Definitely not the most recommended power efficient light. It's just one I already owned, and I just happen to like it using it in the car. So yeah, it's not like the most space effective or anything like that, but I like it. So whatever. And I just put the cutting board on top to give me a little bit extra space in there while I'm just hanging out in the car, just kind of at the little table. But again, like I said, sometimes I put the cutting board at the end of the bed and level that out for food prep. So I think that pretty much covers everything we've got going on there so far. Next up, these are my Trailgate 25-liter packing cubes, and I have 4 of these in total for my entire wardrobe, but I only brought 2 with me. I brought a very limited wardrobe. I was actually gone longer than I expected, so I have definitely been doing a lot of laundry and re-wearing things, but that's fine. It takes up minimal amount of space. I mean, I definitely have some extra space to store things in here, but yeah, these are great kind of packing cubes to organize things. I've got a USB powered fan right up there, just hanging upside down. I've had this fan forever. I don't even remember where I got it. It's not the most powerful, but it's effective enough, and I like how I can hang it, I can stand it up with that little thing, and it just takes up almost no space in the car. Right here is what I've got, kind of a makeshift kitchen box. I mean, I showed you already, I have my full kitchen box, but these are sort of my most frequently used quick grab type things. I've been really liking keeping my coffee accessories, my coffee prep stuff, really accessible in the morning. So um, that has worked very well for me. And that involves this collapsible kettle and my coffee mug, the AeroPress. And I just plug this into my Bluetti, just get everything set up, right there, plugged in. Nice and easy. Can make a cup of coffee in the morning right from the comfort of my bed. I've got my hiking boots stored right there. I've also got my Renogy portable solar blanket, 400 watts of solar power right here, which has been key for managing being able to do my work with having the Bluetti 100 V2 and the Bluetti AC70 because those are fantastic. But my laptop requires so much power while it's rendering for video editing. And so having this to top up my battery for that as well as to run the refrigerator slash freezer has come in clutch. I've got my Starlink right there and then the associated cables. And just back down here, I have a few other wipes and that kind of thing just kind of shoved in. Some hats. Nothing too serious happening there. Some key things I want to talk about with this luxury automobile that are different than my Subaru Forester are also I do have more width, more length, and more vertical space. I have a bit more headroom. I still can't sit up stick straight, but I do have more headroom. I'm able to move around a lot more. And I do notice the difference in space. However, there are some extra built-in features of this vehicle that actually take up some room, which kind of dials the space back a little bit. There's like these side panels right here. And if this was my vehicle, if I was doing an actual build in it, I might choose to figure out how to make this like a little shelf or something to use the space better, especially the one on that side. But this isn't my vehicle, and so I've been very, very careful about putting things in a place where they're not going to rub, they're not going to damage or leave marks. And so this is truly a very no build style of build. I mean, I have everything I need. I love having a refrigerator. I know that's a luxury that maybe not everybody's going to jump on and get, especially if you can get a cooler or you're good with just eating pantry style food. But definitely the running water is great and having power is phenomenal. With my vehicle, I have installed the Bluetti Charger 1, which helps so much. Actually, coming into this car and now charging my power station off of the 9-volt cigarette lighter, just like right out the gate, I'm noticing how much more driving I need to do to see a dent in really recharging the power station. Whereas with the Bluetti Charger 1, I'm finding I consistently charge about 5 times faster. So that means 5 times less driving. Is that how times works? Whatever. I can do significantly less driving and still generate power. But if you're not looking to drive a lot, having the 400-watt solar panel Renogy portable solar blanket is also really tremendous. With my vehicle, I'll put it on the hood. I drape it over the hood and the windshield. This car, I'm like not comfortable doing that. I don't want to risk scratching the paint or anything like that. So I've just laid it out flat on the ground when I've been at camp, and I can easily midday pull well over 380 watts. And so it really does help build up my power station. And even while working and running the refrigerator and freezer, I'm still like building power, which is awesome. This trifold memory foam mattress that I'm sitting on right now is one that I've been using for years. It's the same model. I've purchased it a couple of times just because I've been through situations where I've had to like make space and get rid of one when I got off the road and so forth. So I haven't been sleeping on the exact one for more than 5 years, but I've been just repurchasing from the same link on Amazon the whole time. And it's comfortable enough for me to sleep on. Like I sleep very soundly. I never don't sleep because I feel like it's not comfortable enough. You know what I mean? Like I would say the biggest thing inhibiting my sleep in this vehicle was not having the window covers. But that's something that I went on the road with in my Subaru Forester for, I want to say 2 years. I actually didn't have window covers. And now thinking about it, I'm like, how did I do that? Because it's just, I mean, I have tinted windows, but it's just so nice to feel completely secure and block out the outside world, you know? Fan is a great little thing to have. It's inexpensive. It takes up very little space. And, you know, there's a couple of little cooking things you can get. You can get a camping stove to cook outside, or if you've been around my channel, you know I use my mini waffle maker a lot. I also have recently kind of purchased a couple of other different things that I interchange that cook with the use of power if you're not looking to have propane with you. But there are a lot of options available, and it can be very simple, um, pretty inexpensive if you think. Like sometimes you might look at the price of some of these things and you're like, is it worth it? But then I would just say go look at the price of a single night at a hotel, okay? Because you might decide, oh yeah, it is worth it. Since this has become your new home, it is your hotel. And, you know, you can pay to get showers at places. Um, I even will use the running water to give myself like a little bit of a shower. I never have washed my hair with it, but after maybe a couple of days of just like using wipes for a sponge bath, I'm ready for some running water over my body, and that will work for that purpose as well. So, really versatile. You can be just totally imaginative. Absolutely does not require some huge investment, some big, lengthy build, or complicated conversion of a vehicle to get out on the road and see if it's something that you even really enjoy. So, if you have a vehicle, if you can borrow a vehicle and just do a simple no build conversion like this one, I think it's a good test of whether or not this is the lifestyle you might enjoy. You're gonna have, if you build it out with the things that I'm suggesting, I think you'll have the resources available to you to make it as comfortable as an experience as reasonable, and that will be an excellent test of whether or not this might be a lifestyle that works for you. One thing I do have to say about this vehicle is like, what in the German engineering is going on with these cup holders though? Like this is a regular size cup. That doesn't even go at all. JDM would never.